So, Rick, you're president of the United States. What's the first thing you do?
Well, the first thing you do is you step up the real campaign against ISIS. Number one, we arm the Kurds. That's the easiest thing to do. This is a fighting force that can fight, will fight, and can win. We have to have a real air campaign. We're flying, according to CENTCOM that I saw recently, something on the order of 14 sorties a day against ISIS, of which 70% of the airplanes are not even dropping ordnance. So we're not flying. During the Gulf War, we flew 800 to 1,000 planes a day to try to win this battle. We aren't even touching ISIS with the handful of bombs that are being dropped on them. We have to have a real coordinated campaign with the Kurds, with whatever Iraqi forces are willing to fight. We have to support the Jordanians. I mean, the Jordanians are in this fight. They're willing to fight. They need more resources. They need more help, and we can provide it to them. The Egyptians are willing. You saw the kidnapping of these 88 Christian girls in Libya. And the Egyptians are willing to fight the ISIS in Libya, but we're holding back.
It's truly amazing. We didn't hold back supporting Mubarak, a bad guy, but a better guy than what we had with the Muslim Brotherhood. Then we supported the Muslim Brotherhood. Now we get a guy who may be the best person in the presidential palace in Egypt that they have had in modern history, and we're nowhere to be found around this guy.
Well, it's because the president still supports the Muslim Brotherhood controlling Egypt. I mean, it's just almost impossible to conceive that the president is standing by this terrorist organization that was turning Egypt into a Sharia radical state, suspending the judiciary, doing all these things that were making it very clear they were going to move away from democracy. The Egyptian people got it. They rose up along with the military and took the Muslim Brotherhood out. And our president continues to stand with them and objects to this government because they overthrew a legitimately elected government. This is the kind of it's almost incomprehensible to understand how the president can look at that situation and not see who the good guys and the bad guys are.
Okay, a couple of other things here that are going on. One is injustice on the streets. Our police now are no longer. I mean, we have a guy in McKinney, Texas. Have you followed the McKinney, Texas story at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this police officer now has retired. He's quit the force. He's gone. That's insane to me. If I'm a police officer, I don't go and answer some of these calls now, and that's what's happening in some of our bigger cities. We've made our police officers guilty until proven innocent, and even when it's innocent, we don't really care. We are giving the rule of the street to thugs. In Baltimore, they were actually thanking, the city officials were thanking the Nation of Islam and the Crips and the Bloods for holding the peace in the streets. What do? You're president of the United States. How do you get your arms around this one?
This is a really tough one because what we've had, unfortunately, is a president who was in a position to actually heal a lot of racial divide in this country, and he's done anything but that, which is unfortunate, which makes it that much harder for the person to come in after this president and try to repair that. The only way you do it is actually, in my opinion, going at the root cause of the problems here and start talking about what's going on within the black community, within the minority communities, and many poor communities, not just black communities across this country, which is the lack of opportunity, the breakdown of the family, the lack of opportunity for jobs and good paying jobs because of a lot of other factors of poor schools. I mean, there's just a whole series of issues here that have led to hopelessness and despair. This president simply has not addressed them. He's promoted more government, more transfer payments, but not real opportunities, not real trying to heal the family and the family situation within those communities. All of those things are